American Airlines. All these industries I don't know, man. You guys got to tell me to update the ticker on the bottom. We just did end phase. Now we're going to do American Air, which no clue. If you put all your money in one stock, you're already lost. You're an idiot. Get off my channel. Go. I'll block you. I don't want you around. You think I want you around? I've got plenty of friends and fans. I don't need you. Get the hell out of here. Put all your money in one stock. Are you fucking nuts? You trying to lose it all. Oh, you trying to lose it all. Airlines will never be the meta, ever. They say, Buffett said that if the world was run according to capitalism, or if they ever invent a time machine, they should go back in time and shoot the Wright brothers, because the airline business has been the worst business in history. Right, let's look at this piece of trash. Can't believe I'm looking at goddamn airline stock. What are you people doing to me? This is borderline heresy, but we can learn a lot from this. We can learn a lot from this. Because we're used to looking at software stocks, used to looking at drug stocks. Let's look at it the way business can sometimes go wrong. When keeping it real goes wrong. Wu-Tang! Better sit down, Frank. Wu-Tang! Nobody gives a fuck about Virtu Financial. Get the fuck out of here. I only respond to Godel customers anyway. When the custies are done, then I might look at the chat stocks. Until then, take a seat. You're a very complex business, of course. What mistakes? We're never talking about secrets. Stop fucking asking about secret shit. You're not in the position where you could be trusted with that knowledge. You're not in the position where you could be relied upon to keep your mouth closed. Because you're running your mouth like it's a problem. You're causing problems right now. Stop it. Talking about people that are very powerful, prefer to stay that way and stay anonymous. You're running your mouth like it's just something to do. Like it's just fucking something to do. Alright, so aircraft fuel. Salaries, wages, and benefits of everyone? Regional expenses, maintenance, landing fees, aircraft rent. Okay. This I can kind of get my head around, sort of. But it's not really going to be a gross margin. Do we include DNA? We typically exit. No, I don't watch Pikers chat too often, but good for that Piker. Maybe he can afford Goodell now. Fucking Pikers. Alright, we'll include DNA just because. I don't typically include DNA, but let's include it. Who was Aiden Ross? I don't even know. Some bozo streamer. What does Aiden Ross bring to the table? Genius? Charisma? Intellect? Do I think autism is real? No, it's fucking fake. This next generation is... Fuck, man. Nobody works hard in this next generation. I want to make it streaming and fucking... Get a job. Do I think depression is real? Yes, depression's real, autism's real. How stupid do you get? No, it's fake. Read a book. Jesus Christ. Are they paying hourly? Like a flat rate? You don't believe in depression? Shit. I got some people for you to talk to. Just read the DSM-5. People have talked about it for millennia. They used to call it melancholy. Shakespeare would call it an imbalance in the humors. It's a mysterious illness, but it's still an illness. I make a little bit of money from YouTube, but I don't even think I have my bank account connected right now. I think it's all been backed up. So it's not enough money to even bother with. Yeah, I mean, all these psychiatry things are real. There's just thousands of papers on them. It's not like a collective delusion. Now, could there be a different explanation? Perhaps. Could you have a semantic difference that, you know, for some reason you stand on? Okay, fine. But there's no doubt that people's moods shift. All right, here's the balance sheet for the airline. Pay close attention. Let me zoom in for you. Listen, if you're getting advice from a kickboxer about medical issues, you got bigger problems. Than depression. You've got... They have goodwill here. I was going to say they don't have too many intangibles because they don't buy other companies. I do take antidepressants, actually, yes. I've been taking Effexor since I was 18. That's similar to Cymbalta. Yeah, it's good. No, I can't really go off. I've got panic disorder, so I get these panic attacks. No, I don't care if Goodwill's written down or anything like that. That is an anxiety pill. Yep, you know the zaps. So do I, Maxime. So weird, right? Yeah, it's not that easy, Zero. But I don't have the panic attacks anymore thanks to the Effexor. But the problem is you replace one disease with another in a lot of ways, but it's better than panic attacks. EGAC in Europe is almost like a misnomer. I mean, in some ways it's a joke, but in other ways, that's the place where you have to fight the most, right? Oh, that's interesting, Maxime. Maybe I switch a symbol to... The dosing on Effexor is pretty bad. I ended up hiring the guy that did the clinical trials for Effexor. Isn't that funny? I don't know that you want a decentralized messaging app, but I mean, I think it's a good idea in some ways, but you're going to get a lot of government problems. Do you really want to... We need, you know, the person that does that needs to be like a Satoshi. They need to lay low. What the hell is air traffic liability? I don't want that liability, whatever it is. Loyalty program liability is $10 billion. They owe their loyalty members $10 billion. Holy shit! Holy shit! Yeah, we were looking at CRBP the other day. Okay, so this is the wonderful airline business. You've got 31 billion in PP&E. The only good part is your customers pay relatively quickly. Then you have all these other problems, like the razor thin margins. So earn 700 million in net income on 30 billion of PP&E. It's not a horrible return, but it's not good either. Return on assets there is brutal. Flight equipment. I guess that's mostly planes. And why wouldn't I count the loyalty liability as debt? Right? Isn't it debt? You could argue it's debt. Inventory is plane parts and gas. Look at the leverage here. You got a 7 billion cap. Look at this chat. Look at this shit. 30 billion enterprise value. 7 billion market cap. 30 billion enterprise value. It's fucking insane. Look at the cash flow. Negative cash flow. Get the fuck out of here. I hope they go bankrupt. Yeah, I'm on my bullshit today. I hope they go bankrupt. Can't cancel all the flights. Get out of here. Fly private, that's it. That's how I'm fly Sophia. The rest of y'all, pound sand. Look at the CapEx. Look at the fucking CapEx. Holy shnikes. This thing doesn't trade less than cash value. It's a net debt. It's the other way around. You get 20, 30 billion in debt and the enterprise value of a couple billion. I met Sophia. She's not a dude. Maybe you're jealous. Maybe you're jealous. Sucks to be jealous. Jealousy, that's a female trait. Okay. The cash flow is positive. Jesus Christ, looking at the wrong line. Do you see that? It's cash flow from investing. Is not cash flow from operations. They don't break out cash flow from operations. Do you see that? I was going to say this could not make sense. Okay. If they had negative cash flow, I was going to say, when you have a huge amount of net debt and negative cash flow, it's basically game over. So they got a little cash flow. So $2 billion for 6 months. So if we called that $4 billion, 10 times, not even. There's no growth in the airline business. It's the problem. So you're really just buying this annuity. And there's better annuities to buy, right? You're taking equity risk premium. For what? Well, in this case, maybe a 13% yield, which isn't so bad. I mean, they're profitable, so it's not like it's a zero. You got to look at the price. One question I have though is, what is air traffic liability and what is loyalty liability? Loyalty liability is basically dead. Right? Would you agree that's dead? Oh, ADA is somewhere else. That's in here. How would you characterize that? Yeah, of course, Emmanuel, that's what it is, but it's a huge number. It's $10 billion. Basically, it's money they owe their customers, right? To me, if you owe your customers money, I mean, that's worse than dead. Nobody uses the loyalty points, yeah. So it's like there's just this debt that accrues, but they have to, it eventually has to expire, right? Let me go back up and see how they characterize this. 3 billion, 6 billion is 9 billion. Okay. Loyalty revenue included in passenger revenue is principally composed of mileage credit redemptions, which were earned from travel for other partners. I don't really understand how that's revenue, but Yeah, it's certainly interest-free debt. This is not a ask ChatGPT kind of question. Yeah, so they owe their customers $9 billion of flights. How they use their judgment for that? I think that's his debt. At the very least, it's something to think about. So air traffic liability is what it sounds like. These are flights that they have gotten paid for, but still haven't flown yet. It's funny, if everyone redeemed their loyalty points tomorrow, and everyone took the flight that they had a ticket for, the company would go bankrupt. But the value of the flight and their earnings are two different things. The cost of the flight. They should be booking the cost of the flight, right? It's unclear how they represent this liability. Yeah, but then the loyalty program liability should go down, right? If they expire. So there's deferral of revenue and recognition of revenue. They do not expire as long as the A Advantage member has any qualifying activity in the last 24 months. Current loyalty program liability is $3.6 billion. That is the revenue expected to be recognized in the next 12 months. Huh. That's good. That's current. Okay, so these they're going to recognize. Look at the bonds, 11%, 11%. High cost of capital. They might have borrowed that in dire straits. I don't know, at the right price. But there's no growth, as you can see. The COVID wouldn't be growth, it's just getting back to where you were before. I want to look at a 10K real quick. We got to get rid of this SEC website. Fix all the HTML. There was impact of COVID. But yeah, there's no growth. You can't grow an airline. The amount of flights people take doesn't really change. So if you go to the, oh man, this is terrible. This is the full year cash flow. It's disgusting. It's nasty. Ugh. See this, chat? Let's look at the free cash flow. 500 mil, negative 400 mil, 1.2 bill. Company trading for 30 billion. Trade 30 billion for this kind of cash flow? Come on, man. Things picked up. I don't even think things picked up because it seems like Q1 and Q2 is where they make the bulk of their money. Shit, suspect as hell. Yeah, I would short airlines. Fuck it. Buy some quality companies. Short this bullshit. I don't think you can make an fully electric plane. No, not yet. And yeah, I mean, self-driving cars to some extent is going to reduce the need for air travel. Something to think about. Long way from now, but probably true. 2020 was a bad year. That I understand. What I don't understand is like, what were the peak cash flows? Dang. Dang, you live like this, bitch? Eat a quick 9 billion in negative cash flow. Here, just have this for lunch. Yummy. Taking all that risk to make a billion a year, less than $1 billion a year in cash flow. You get smacked with a quick 8.5 bill. Joby Aviation? Is it private or public? And then you got Archer. Man, I don't fly no airline. What are you talking about, airline? What's an airline? Airline? Oh, they'll pay that back in 30 years, don't worry. Shkreli Air. Man, look at this bullshit. 2019 they lost money. Fucking 2018 they lost money. Every year there's an excuse. Oh, yeah, pandemic. What was the excuse before pandemic? Joby Aviation sounds like a short to me. Ooh. $5 stock is always a little harder to short, but sometimes those are the best shorts. You just got to make sure a broker's not going to fuck you. Oh, it's the price of fuel. Price of fuel is too much. Man, you ever heard of hedging? Ever heard of fucking hedging? The fuck are you guys doing? Man, get the strap. Of course they restated. Did they restate? Am I looking at the right thing, chat? I keep fucking this up. 2019 cash flow from, I think they restated something. This is even worse. None of these numbers even match. Can't believe this shit. This is like a mirage. What the hell in capitalism you ever seen a company lose money like this? Every fucking year. Just fucking give up. 30, 40 billion enterprise value? Man. I'd short the bonds on this bullshit. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. They're gonna Some liberals is gonna let this go bankrupt. Kamala's gonna be like, too bad, I can't bail out Wall Street again. You're fucked. Alright, yeah, this is truly sickening. Like, the best year they ever had, chat. This line right here, let me make it real nice, clear for you. I don't know, I did the best I could. That line, that gray line going across your screen that's numbered is profit. This motherfucker's mostly below that line. That was COVID. Oh, man. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to eat something right now. Why are you doing this to me? I don't even know. Oh, there it is, line. Yeah, there it is. It's like a tiny bit here is like, oh, I'm a little profitable. Ah, fuck. Oh, I got a little profit. Ah, fuck. But the point of Wall Street is that the past doesn't matter. It's the future that matters. And maybe they're finally going to consistently make money. But they couldn't make money in other economic times. This is free cash flow. So no accounting bullshit. Just real, did you make money or not? Fuck the excuses. But, you know, it does look like they're turning profit now, which kind of is all that matters, right? You don't care about the past. You're not owning the past losses. I mean, you do have to pay this debt, but theoretically, I don't know. Best year they've had in 10 years, they had 1.2 billion free cash. That is the best year they had in 10 years. Same business model. I don't think they merged with anyone. So it's the same size business. I don't know if they merged with Continental. Maybe that was a long time ago. But like it's mostly the same fucking business. We need Wu-Tang Airlines. There's like 3 or 4 airlines. I mean, it's a small business. And they do all, I think, work together. But, okay, I think they did the merger here. And they didn't make money in none of these years either. I just hate to see this shit. It just bothers me. Worse than biotech. Let's make biotech look tolerable. At least you kind of eventually do make money in biotech. This shit is like, oh, maybe next year. We'll get them next year. Look at the number of positive years of free cash flow. Right? There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. Out of 12. We make money 4 out of 12 years. Come on, man. We ain't doing this. What kind of business is that? Maybe Palmer should. Yeah, short the bonds. Fuck. Who wants to buy those bonds? I might use the legacy terminal for a second as my devs build every piece. Okay, every piece of that legacy terminal. Let me look at the legacy terminal on the other screen. I'm looking at the bonds, baby. They call them sinkables. They got $1 billion issue, 2029 paper, 8.5%. Trading, man, this shit's trading above par. Ain't no way. Terminal whose name will not be mentioned. Look at this. Look at this, chat. The 2029 bonds, they're 5 3/4 coupon, trading at 99 cents on the dollar. So they're yielding 5.8, 5.9. They still got 5 years to pay that shit. Okay, then you got the 5/15/29, 8.25s that are callable. No, those are callable. No, this is callable. Okay, and those trade even higher. Well, you know, for lower yield, or same yield. 105.891, which is a 6.392% yield, with 5.8% yield. Bonds or loans, correct. They're tradable loans. You know, they trade in the open market and they're issued by the companies. It's more complicated. It's a formal loan. They're not all the same, though. All right, this makes more sense. Let's look at the 3034 bonds. 2034 bonds. 3034 would be weird. I wouldn't put it past them. Shit. 2 7/8. They're trading at 88 cents on the dollar. So the bond market understands this shit. I mean, this is actually not far from the. It's actually not very far from treasuries. Treasuries. I guess it's just inverted because the treasuries are 33. 10 years right there. Right? Man, this is a clown world right here. I don't know the... Well, if you're short the bonds, you have limited upside. Like, so, let's say you short this bond at 100 cents. You basically have unlimited upside. Well, you can make 100 cents, but you can't lose anything else because bonds don't go past par. Like, why would this bond go up a lot? It wouldn't, right? Odds of default are low, admittedly, but no, this is fixed income, not macro, but American Airlines. No, I didn't see Uber's issue. You know, these bonds might trade to 110 or 120 closer to maturity or something, but well, if they don't pay the bonds, you go to bankruptcy. Then there's a workout and all this stuff, and it's a mess. Bill, this is why the terminal that shall not be named has very little competition because it's very hard to look up bonds. And it is something we will be providing. I'm not going to do good LTV. I don't understand what financial media, like, I just think these guys are retarded. Like Wall Street, the smart part of Wall Street doesn't care for that stuff. The dumb part of Wall Street might.